We are back at the FMU softball stadium where it is still cold, but warmer on the Patriots side as Francis Marion captured game number 1, 8-0 over Augusta University. As the Patriot defense takes the field here for the top of the first inning, game number 2. Lineup for Augusta here in game number 2, very similar to the first game. Batting first, the shortstop, Jaquela Sullivan. Batting second in left field, Lindsey South. Batting third at second base, Olivia Biles. Batting cleanup at catcher, Amaya Wood. Batting fifth in right field, Summer Fry. Batting sixth in center field, Madeline Libby. Batting seventh at first base, Bella Fernandez. Batting eighth at third base, Aaliyah Luke. And batting ninth, the DP, Lauren Slade. In the circle for the Jaguars in game number 2, freshman right-hander Chloe Wilson. For your Patriots, batting leadoff at shortstop, Ashton Patterson. Batting second in right field, Katie Smith. Batting third in catching, Sarah Harkins. Batting fourth in center field, Danielle Carrickson. Batting fifth at first base, Addie May. Batting sixth at second base, Megan Matzel. Batting seventh, the DP, Lauren Smallwood. Batting eighth at third base, Janicia Hemingway. Batting ninth in left field, Jordan Carlson. And in the circle, sophomore left-hander, Taylor Floria. Floria making her 7th appearance of the season, her 6th start, 2-3 record, 4.69 ERA. And she is a sophomore right-hander, not a left-hander. 4.69 ERA, 31 1/3 innings pitched, 37 hits allowed, 22 runs, 21 of those earned, 14 walks, 31 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .287 against her. And Jaquela Sullivan, the shortstop, will lead off here, game number 2. First pitch came in at 3:10. Sullivan fouled it off. Grounded to Patterson at short. And Sullivan is quickly retired. Floria, transfer from Division I Eastern Illinois University.
Now batting number 3.
She is out of Blanchester, Ohio, and a graduate of Clinton Massey High School. She's a nursing major here at Francis Marion University. Was named to the Swamp Fox Academic Athletic Honor Roll in her first semester here last fall. Lindsey Smith will stand in for the Jaguars. Smith had one of Augusta's 2 hits in the opener. That was a single. She was 1 for 2. Came into the doubleheader. South came into the doubleheader batting .231, a homer and 6 RBIs. One-two pitch from Floria. High to South. Count now even at 2-2. Umpires James Barrington behind the plate here in game number 2. Chris Craig at first, and Greg Craps handling third base. Patriot baseball team playing a doubleheader at Augusta. Patriots leading 2-0, bottom of the 4th of game number 2. Augusta captured the opener this morning, 6-5. Ball's hitting the air, right center field. Carrickson and Smith converging. Smith, the right fielder, with the catch for out number 2. The Patriot baseball team looking for a split of the doubleheader, leading 2-0, bottom of the 4th, game number 2.
Now batting number 8, Olivia Biles.
Olivia Biles stands in, sophomore second baseman. Biles had the other Augusta hit in the opener. She was 1 for 2. Came into the doubleheader. Batting .310, no homers and 12 RBIs. Foul down to the Patriot bullpen. Again, overcast, cool temperatures, very blustery today. Wind blowing in most of the time straight in from left field. It's going to take a real good poke to get it out on the left side of center field today, but Lauren Smallwood proved that that can be done with a long home run in game number 1 over the straightaway center field fence. And Biles is hit by that 1-2 count pitch. So she will become the game's first base runner. And that'll bring up the catcher, junior Amaya Wood. Wood 0 for 2 in game number 1. Came in with a season average of .321, 3 homers, and a team-leading 22 RBIs. And we'll try and get tennis scores from you as the Patriots are hosting Lander University on the Kasab courts across the street here from the Griffin Athletic Complex. Wood grounds to Hemingway at third. Throw across, and she is retired for out number 3. Jaguars pick up a base runner on a hit batter, but she is left stranded. We head to the bottom of the first inning. No score between Augusta and Francis Marion. This is the Patriots Sports Network. In the circle for Augusta here in game number 2, Chloe Wilson, freshman right-hander out of Thompson, Georgia, and a graduate of Briarwood Academy. She is making her 10th appearance and her 10th start. 7 complete games, 1 shutout, 5-3 record, 3.44 ERA, 63 innings thrown, 60 hits allowed, 35 runs, 31 of those earned, 63 strikeouts in those 63 innings, 15 walks, and opponents are batting .244 against her. The Jaguar defense behind her, unchanged from game number 1 today. South in left field, Libby in center, Fry in right, Luke at third, Sullivan at short, Biles at second, Fernandez at first, and Wood behind the plate. And Wilson will face Ashton Patterson, Katie Smith, and Sarah Harkins. First 3 hitters in the Patriot lineup here in the bottom of the first inning. Patterson led off game number 1 with a strikeout, but it was on a ball in the dirt. They got away from the catcher, and Patterson was able to beat the throw down to first base. That helped ignite a 5-run first inning for the Patriots. Patterson later picked up a base hit, so she finished 1 for 3 with a run scored in game number 1. Patriots with 4 extra base hits in the opener, 3 doubles and a home run out of their 11 base knocks. Again, we're happy to have the media center crew of Caleb Reeves, Darryl Bell, and Deasia Griffin bringing you the webcast today. I'm Michael Hawkins. Jake Globes handling live stats and official scoring for today's doubleheader. And that pitch hit Patterson on the foot. And so she would take first base. And the Patriots have their first base runner here in game number 2. Augusta head coach Melissa Brocato will check with home plate umpire James Barrington on exactly what that call was. So Katie Smith will come to the plate, freshman right fielder. 1 for 3 with a run scored in today's opener. Her season average now at 387. Bunts to third where Luke fields and throws to the second baseman covering first for the sacrifice bunt. So 5-4 put out. And that moves Patterson into scoring position at second base.
Now batting number 7, Sarah Harkins.
So Sarah Harkins, the sophomore catcher, will stand in. Harkins batting .263, 7 runs scored, a couple doubles, a homer, 5 RBIs, and a .404 on base percentage. Harkins 1 for 1, 2 runs scored in the opener. She was twice hit by a pitch. That is a foul ball downfielded by Luke, but in foul territory there at third. Patriots are 5-8 overall, 1-0 in the Peach Belt Conference thanks to that Game 1 win. Augusta 8-11 overall, 2-1 in the Peach Belt. Their Peach Belt wins came earlier. They swept a doubleheader at home against Georgia College, winning 4-2 and 5-4 in 8 innings. Augusta will be back in action tomorrow as they will play at Emmanuel College in Franklin Springs, Georgia. Doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. That's tomorrow. Patriots will not play until next Saturday when they will travel to Milledgeville, Georgia to play a doubleheader at Georgia College. That's a 3:30 start in Milledgeville for game number 1 of that twin bill next Saturday. Harkins grounds it foul again. Next home games for Francis Marion will be April 2nd. That's a Friday, a 4 o'clock doubleheader against Limestone University. As we mentioned before on the Patriot Sports Network, we've got women's soccer action tomorrow at 1 o'clock as the Patriots host Columbus State, and men's soccer action on Monday at 6 o'clock as FMU hosts Clayton State University. Ashton Patterson, the Patriot runner at second. It's a 2-2 count now on Sarah Harkins, the FMU catcher. Harkins, a math major from Waxhaw, North Carolina, recently inducted into the Omicron Delta Kappa Honor Society, and she rips that one foul. She's been named to the Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll all 3 of her semesters. Also a member of the math club. She's a graduate of Parkwood High School. And obviously a mathematics major. Line to right center field gap. That'll get down. That'll go all the way to the wall. That's extra bases. Patterson will score. Harkins rounding second. Going to third. Sliding into third safely with the RBI triple. And the Patriots lead 1-0.
Now batting number 17, Danielle Carrickson.
RBI number 6 on the season for Harkins. And as they did in game number 1, the Patriots jump on top early in the first inning. Danielle Carrickson will now come to the plate. Junior center fielder. Was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored in today's opener. Her season average now at .233. 3 homers, team leading 8 RBIs. She shares that distinction with Lauren Smallwood, who also has 8 RBIs. Hit pretty well to left field. South going back to the track, to the wall. It is off her glove and off the wall. Carrickson has a double, and Harkins scores to make it 2-0. Carrickson just missing by about 3 feet a 2-run homer.
Now batting number 30, Addie May.
So Carrickson with RBI number 9 of the season. She now takes sole possession of the team lead in that category. South got back to the fence that time and got a glove on it, but was not able to hang on there at the fence. So following the meeting of the Augusta infield and battery, Addie May will stand in. May, a junior first baseman, batting .333 on the season, no homers, 6 RBIs. May 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored and a double in the opener. Fisted that one to third. Luke will field the throw to first in time for the out. On the play, Carrickson moves to third. So the equivalent of a swinging bunt by Addie May. Nice play by Luke, the third baseman.
Now batting number 3, Megan Matson.
So Megan Matzel, the sophomore second baseman, will stand in with 2 outs now and a runner on third. Matzel batting .222 on the season, 1 homer, 5 RBIs. Matzel 2 for 2 in today's game number 1. Matzel out of Indian Trail, North Carolina, graduate of Porter Ridge High School. She is a biology major. Line to left field, base hit. Carrickson will score. Patriots lead 3-0.
Now batting number
So Megan Matzel, RBI number 6 on the season. We'll bring up Lauren Smallwood, the designated player. Smallwood, a freshman, batting .182. 2 doubles, a homer, 8 RBIs. She had a big 3-run homer over the center field fence in game number 1. Big cut there, but fouls it back into the screen. So once again, the Patriots have jumped out on top early. 3 hits, 3 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. That one is a wild pitch in the dirt. We're actually behind Smallwood. Matzel advances to second and into scoring position. As they did in game number one, Patriots with their home white uniforms on, red lettering and numerals, the red, white, and blue stirrup socks. Augusta in their blue tops, gray pants, gray numerals and lettering. Two-two pitch to Smallwood. Swung on a miss, strike three. But the Patriots strike for 3 hits, score 3 runs. RBI hits by Harkins, Carrickson, and Matzel. We played 1 full inning. Your Patriots lead Augusta 3-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The world is changing, and Francis Marion University is leading the way as it prepares the young men and women for the future. We've added 5 new classroom buildings and 13 new academic programs in the past 6 years, and more are on the way. We're preparing to build a new environmental research center. We're expanding programs in engineering, business, education, healthcare, and the arts and sciences. And we're adding new fields when they're needed. When tomorrow comes, we'll be ready. Best of all, our students will too.
What makes a campus a home? At FMU, it's 836 acres, spread across 3 campuses. Francis Marion University has the most diverse and exciting campus in South Carolina. No matter where you want to be, you're there at Francis Marion University.
Up to bat, number 12.
Taylor Flory continues in the circle for the Patriots. Due up for Augusta, Fry, Libby, and Fernandez here in the top of the second inning. Summer Fry, the right fielder. 0 for 1 in game number 1. Came into today batting .319, 2 homers and 8 RBIs. Patriot defense behind Flory, the same as it was behind Davis in game number 1. Outfield of Carlson, Carrickson, and Smith. Infield of Hemingway, Patterson, Matzel, and May, with Harkins behind the plate. The 3-1 pitch from Flory. Line down the left field line, but hooking foul. Hit well, but just a noisy strike. I want to thank Kadisha Dickens, the SID at Augusta University, for helping us get on the information for today's doubleheader. And that's ball 4 to Fry, and she has coaxed a leadoff walk here in the top of the second. We'll bring up Madeline Libby, sophomore center fielder. Libby 0 for 2 in game number 1.
Plate, number 1, 1, Madeline Libby.
Came into the twin bill, batting 180 with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. That's grounded to Patterson. Steps on the bag for 1, throws to first, double play.
Now batting number 23, Bella Fernandez.
Bella Fernandez, junior first baseman, will now bat with 2 outs and nobody on. Fernandez 0 for 2 in game number 1. Came into today batting 196 with a couple of homers and 7 RBIs. Grounded to May at first. Fair ball, steps on the bag for an easy out number 3. And despite the leadoff walk, the Jaguars go 1-2-3, erased by the double play. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Francis Marion 3, Augusta nothing. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Back for the bottom of the second inning. The Patriots lead 3-0. Due up, Hemingway, Carlson, and Patterson. 8, 9, and 1 in the Patriot order. Chloe Wilson continues in the circle for Augusta. Hemingway now batting 200 on the season.
Now batting number 20,
A double, 2 RBIs. She was 1 for 3 with an RBI double in today's game number 1. Hemingway out of Conway, South Carolina. Early childhood education major. Was named to the Peach Belt Conference Presidential Honor Roll in 2019 and has been named to the Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll 4 times during her stay at FMU. Very athletic family. A brother who plays football at the University of South Carolina, and another brother who spent some time playing in the NFL. Over at the baseball doubleheader in Augusta, freshman Halton Hardy, right-hander, 5 shutout innings. Patriots lead Augusta 2-0, top of the 6th inning. That's game number 2 of the doubleheader and rubber game of the 3-game series. Two-two pitch to Hemingway. So Hemingway fans for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Jordan Carlson will come to the plate, senior left fielder, batting .267 on the year. No homers, no RBIs. Was 1 for 2 in the first contest today.
Correction, Jordan Carlson.
Carlson hits it in the air. Second baseman Biles is back. Makes the catch on the grass for out number 2. And that'll flip the Patriot lineup back to the top. Ashton Patterson.
Now batting number
As she
15,
did in game number 1,
Patterson.
she got the Patriot offense ignited in the bottom of the first inning. Was hit by a pitch. Came around to score on an RBI triple by Sarah Harkins. Patterson's season average at .263. Patterson has made a couple of outstanding defensive plays at her shortstop position today. Both of those in game 1, diving catches. One to her right, one to her left. Grounded back to Wilson in the circle. Throws to first. The Patriots go 1-2-3 in the second. Played 2 full innings. Francis Marion leads Augusta 3-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The Swan Fox Club is the fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swan Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Aaliyah Luke leads off the Augusta third inning. Freshman third baseman. 0 for 2 in game number 1. Came into the doubleheader batting .122. No homers, no RBIs. Patterson at short. And Luke is retired on 1 pitch. That'll bring up the DP, Lauren Slade. Slade 0 for 2 in the first contest. Came into the doubleheader batting .188. No homers, 1 RBI. Slade bats from the left side and slaps. Slade out of Grovetown, Georgia, and Augusta Christian School. Outside corner called strike 2. Count now even at 2-2. Called strike 3. Slade is down on strikes. And there are 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. Jacayla Sullivan will stand in, sophomore shortstop.
Number 21, Jacayla Sullivan.
Grounded out to Patterson at short on the first pitch of the contest. Grounded between third and short. Patterson with the diving stop, but she'll have no play at first, so credit Sullivan with the infield single. And that's hit number 1 for Augusta here in the second contest. Patriots, Rachel Davis with the 2-hit shutout in the opener as Francis Marion won 8-0. Lindsay South now bats with 2 outs, hits it in the air to center field. Carrickson back to the track and will make the catch. So South hit it well, but Carrickson up to the task with the catch for out number 3. Jaguars pick up their first base hit, but that runner is stranded. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. FMU leads Augusta 3-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Francis Marion University Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, McLeod Regional Medical Center, Ken Jackson and Remax Professionals, Pepsi, McDonald's, Rains Hospitality including Fairfield Inn, Spring Hill Suites, Courtyard by Marriott, Comfort Inn and Hyatt Place, King Cadillac Buick GMC, McLeod Sports Medicine, Chick-fil-A, CN3 Performance Enhancement, FBI Construction, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, Quincy Steakhouse, Little Caesars, La Quinta Inn and Suites, KFC and Arby's, Florence Toyota, PD Electric Cooperative, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, Western Sizzlin Steakhouse, State Credit Union, and Zaxby's. Coming to the plate for your Patriots here in the bottom of the 3rd inning will be Katie Smith, Sarah Harkins, and Danielle Carrickson. Smith sacrifice bunt that moved Patterson around, later scored in the 1st inning, so she's 0 for 0 here in game number 2. Francis Marion head coach Stacy Valley picked up win number 476 of her career in game number 1 today. Valley in her 17th year guiding the Patriot program. Patriot program, which is approaching win number 1,200 all time, now stands at 1,197 wins. Count now full to the Patriot freshman right fielder. And Wilson will deliver the 3-2 again. Grounded back to Wilson. Throws to first to nip the speedy Smith for out number 1. Sarah Harkins will stand in now with 1 out. Harkins
Now batting
RBI
number 7,
triple
Sarah Harkins.
and a run scored back in the first inning. Her season now, average now creeping ever so slowly up, now at 282. Fisted in the center field. That'll get down for a base hit. So Harkins is 2 for 2. And the Patriots have a 1-out base runner. Danielle Carrickson will stand in. Junior center fielder. Had an RBI double. Came around to score a run in the first inning. Carrickson now leads the team with 9 RBIs. Her season averaged up to 258. Harkins always a threat to run from first base. Lined into left field, base hit. Harkins will stop at second. And Carrickson is 2 for 2. So Addie May with another RBI opportunity. Runners at first and second, only 1 out here in the bottom of the third. May grounded to third on a swinging bunt in the first inning. Her average now 324 on the season. 6 runs driven in. First base umpire Chris Craig with some groundkeeping chores behind the pitching circle. May grounds to Luke. Looks at the runner, but then throws to first to retire May. But on the play, Carrickson moves up to second and Harkins to third.
Now batting number 3, Megan Matson.
That'll bring up Megan Matzel, sophomore second baseman. Similar situation, somewhat similar situation. She had an RBI single in the first inning, so she's 1 for 1. But that was a 2-out RBI hit, something we'll need right here if the Patriots want to increase their advantage. Harkins at third and Carrickson at second. Grounded to Luke at third. Nice play. Throw across. And Matzel is retired. Patriots pick up a couple of base hits, but they're stranded at second and third. We head to the top of the fourth. FMU leads Augusta 3-0. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
The world is changing, and Francis Marion University is
over the baseball doubleheader in Augusta. Halton Hardy with 5 2/3 shutout innings. Corey Paulson came in to get the final out of the 6th inning and strand a pair of Augusta base runners. So we head to the top of the 7th there. Patriots leading 2-0, looking for the split of the doubleheader and the series win against the Jaguars. That's baseball action. Here, Patriots looking for the sweep of the Jaguars. FMU won the opener 8-0 in 5 innings. Patriots lead 3-0 here in the top of the 4th of game number 2. Taylor Flory will face batters 3, 4, and 5 in the Augusta order. Biles, Wood, and Fry. First pitch swinging. Biles grounds to May at first, and she is retired on 1 pitch.
Now batting number 32, Amina Wood.
So Flory's pitch count only at 31 as she pitches here with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Amaya Wood will stand in, the catcher, 0 for 1 and 0 for 3 in the doubleheader. Grounded back up the middle, diving attempt by Matzel, couldn't get it. And Wood picks up a 1-out single. So Summer Fry, the right fielder,
Now batting
will
number
bat.
12, Summer Fry.
Fry walked and was erased on the front end of a double play back in the second inning. She's 0 for 1 altogether in today's doubleheader. Flory misses on her first two pitches, now 2-0 count to the Augusta right fielder. And she falls behind 3 balls and no strikes, and Harkins will trot to the circle to have a conversation. And there's called strike one. Fisted to shortstop. Diving catch by Patterson. She's got time to double Biles off first base. Inning over. The third great diving catch by Patterson today, and that ends the inning. Patriots don't realize it yet, but that's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Francis Marion leads 3-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The Swamp Fox Club is the fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swamp Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Francis Marion University has been around for more than 50 years, but now more than ever, we're looking to the future. 13 new programs in 6 years. Majors in engineering, advanced healthcare, environmental science, and more are on the way. New programs that meet the challenges of tomorrow. Your future depends on what you study today, and at FMU, your future is bright. And the future's bright right now for the Francis Marion softball team, leading 3-0, looking for the sweep of Augusta University. Smallwood, Hemingway, and Carlson due up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Smallwood, a strikeout victim back in the 1st inning. Her season average now at 174. Had the big 3-run home run in game number 1. Patriots 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Augusta no runs on 2 hits and no errors. Ashton Patterson with 3 tremendous Sports Center top 10 type plays in the field for your Patriots here in this doubleheader. Swing and a miss, and Smallwood is down on strikes on 3 pitches. So Janicia Hemingway will come to the dish. She's a strikeout victim her first time
Now
up.
batting number 24, Janicia Hemingway.
Hemingway with an RBI double in game number 1 today. After the first inning, Wilson has settled down to retire 8 of the last 10 Patriot batters. Grounded back up the middle, backhanded stop by Biles. The throw not in time, and Hemingway beats it out for an infield single.
Now batting number 9, Jordan Carlson.
That'll bring up left fielder Jordan Carlson. And it looks like the Patriots may employ a pinch runner here, as Stacey Valley goes to home plate umpire James Barrington. Let's see who that will be. Possibly Hannah Schmidt, and that's who it will be. Junior outfielder from Lotha, Kansas. Transfer from Highland Community College. Schmidt had started 7 games this season. Does not have a stolen base attempt.
Pitch running number 2.
5 runs scored in her previous 9 games played.
Correction, Hannah Schmidt.
So Schmidt, the runner at first. Jordan Carlson at the plate. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. That gets away from the catcher, and Schmidt will move down to second base. They're going to score that a pass ball. Called strike 1 now in Carlson. Count 2-1 with Schmidt, the runner, at second. Ashton Patterson, the leadoff batter, in the on-deck circle. Carlson looks to bunt, but takes ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike as the Patriots look to add to their 3-0 advantage here in the 4th. And that's ball 4. So 2 on and 1 out for Ashton Patterson.
Now batting number 15, Ashton Patterson.
Patterson was hit by a pitch in the first inning, came around to score the first run. Grounded back to the pitcher in the second. Melissa Picado will go to the circle to talk to her freshman pitcher and the infield. First walk surrendered by Chloe Wilson. She had hit one batter. So Stephanie Bagwell, assistant coach, returns to her first base coaching box, and Stacy Valley to her third base box. And Patterson will stand in. Big cut, but Patterson comes up empty. Patterson with one RBI from her leadoff position this year. That came on a solo homer. Patterson hangs tough by fouling that one over the press box. Let up just high. Grounded foul wide of third. Wilson now up to 64 pitches as she works here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Two-two pitch to Patterson. Hit in the air, foul. That's going to get out of play. So this will be pitch number 8 of the at-bat. And Patterson has worked the count full now. As Wilson prepares to deliver pitch number 9 of this at-bat. We had a 14-pitch at-bat in game number 1 of today's doubleheader. Line to left field, but right at the left fielder, South. She barely had to move. So Patterson really smoked that one, but right into the fielder's glove.
Now batting number 14, Katie Smith.
So both runners forced to hold where they were at first and second. And that'll bring up Katie Smith, We'll need a 2-out hit from Smith if we want to pad our lead. Smith 0 for 1, sack bunt, and a ground out to the pitcher. Smith had a hit and a run scored in today's first game. Her season average now at 375. Smith out of Greenwood, South Carolina, and Greenwood High School, a biology major. She also was named, as many Patriots were, to the Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll last semester. Hit pretty well to the left. South going back to the track, to the fence. It is off the fence. 1 run scores. Here comes Carlson. She will score. The throw is behind Smith. She slides into third with the triple. Running all the way, Katie Smith with the 2-run, 2-out triple.
Now batting number 7, Sarah Harkins.
The Patriots lead 5-0. RBIs 5 and 6 for Smith. Harkins pops up the first pitch. Catcher Wood is under it and makes the catch for out number 3. But Katie Smith with the big out, 2-run triple. And the Patriots now lead 5-0 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The world is changing, and Francis Marion University is leading the way as it prepares the young men and women for the future. We've added 5 new classroom buildings and 13 new academic programs in the past 6 years, and more are on the way. We're preparing to build a new environmental research center. We're expanding programs in engineering, business, education, healthcare, and the arts and sciences, and we're adding new fields when they're needed. When tomorrow comes, we'll be ready. Best of all, our students will too.
Now hitting number 1, Madeline Lee.
Top of the 5th here at the FMU softball stadium. Patriots lead 5-0. Libby, Fernandez, and Luke due up for the Jaguars. Spots 6, 7, and 8 in the Augusta lineup. Libby fouls that one down the right field line. It's going to get out of play. Libby 0 for 1 as she grounded into a double play back in the 2nd inning. Oh for 3 in the doubleheader today. baseball game over in Augusta. Jaguars have rallied to tie it at 2-2. Patriots batting in the 8th inning and threatening. A couple of runners on with only one out. And Augusta won the first game of the doubleheader. The Patriots won yesterday, so this is a rubber game. Hit in the air to center fielder Carrickson coming in, will not get to it, so credit Libby with a leadoff single here in the top of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 23, Bella Fernandez.
First baseman Bella Fernandez will come to the plate. Fernandez 0 for 1, ground out to the first baseman. Patriots now have staked Flory to a 5-0 lead with those 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. FMU won the first game today, 8-0 in 5 innings, behind a 2-hit shutout from sophomore right-hander Rachel Davis. Count now 2-1 to the Elberton, Georgia native. Grounded fair at the plate. The throw to second for 1. The first double play as Fernandez did not realize it was a fair ball. Harkins with the 2-6-3 double play. Francis Marion's 3rd twin killing here in game number 2. Fernandez stood at the plate not knowing it was a fair ball, so she got a late jump. Harkins with the strong throw to second, and Patterson with the quick turn for the double play. Aaliyah Luke stands in. 3rd baseman, 0 for 1, grounded to short. This one's grounded deep and short. The throw from Patterson not in time as Luke beats out the infield single. Nice play by Patterson, but no way she was going to get her at first.
Up to the plate, number 9, Lauren Slade.
And so with 2 outs, the DP, Lauren Slade, will come to the plate. She was a strikeout victim back in the 3rd inning. So 3 double plays turned behind Flory have helped the Patriot cause here in the 2nd contest. Flory quickly ahead in the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Patriot infield and outfield all pulled in on the slap hitter. Throw behind Luke at first, but she's back safely. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Aaliyah Luke, the runner at first base for Augusta. good news from the baseball diamond. Tanner Wakefield, the 2-out RBI double in the top of the 8th, and your Patriots have taken a 3-2 lead over Augusta, looking for the split of the doubleheader, but a win of the Peach Belt Conference Series. Patriots still batting top of the 8th, runners at second and third and 2 outs. That time Luke had stumbled as she took her lead off of first. Harkins noticed, threw back to first, but Luke was able to crawl her way safely back before the tag. Bless her heart at first base. Those are the things that bad dreams are made of, where you slip and fall and you can't get back, and she just crawled and barely beat the throw down to first, back to the bag safely. Misses outside corner. The count is now full, 3-2 on Slade. Fouled off over toward Lake Coleman. Count remains 3-2. From Flory. Slapped foul to the Patriot dugout. So Slade making for a tough at-bat here. This will be pitch number 10. Grounded to Patterson at short from her knees. The throw in time. And Slade is retired for out number 3. So another nice defensive play by Ashton Patterson at short. Augusta picks up a pair of base hits that inning, but they strand a runner, no runs. Francis Marion 5, Augusta nothing. We head to the bottom of the 5th. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
Now batting number
Francis Marion University Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, McLeod Regional Medical Center, Ken Jackson Remax Professionals, Pepsi, McDonald's, Rains Hospitality, including Fairfield Inn, Spring Hill Suites, Courtyard by Marriott, Comfort Inn, and Hyatt Place, King Cadillac Buick GMC, McLeod Sports Medicine, Chick-fil-A, CN3 Performance Enhancement, FBI Construction, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, Quincy Steakhouse, Little Caesars, La Quinta Inn and Suites, KFC and Arby's, Florence Toyota, PD Electric Cooperative, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, Western Sizzle and Steakhouse, State Credit Union, and Zaxby's. Carrickson, May, and Matzel due up for the Patriots here in the 5th inning. Carrickson 2 for 2, single and double, RBI and a run scored. She's got 3 hits in the doubleheader today. Her season average now up to 281. Chloe Wilson continues in the circle for the Jaguars. And Carrickson takes a 4-pitch walk to open the Patriot 5th inning. Addie May will stand in next. May,
Now batting
0
number
for 2,
30,
a couple of
Addie.
ground outs to third base. Her season average now 314. That's an illegal pitch call on the Augusta pitcher. So Stacey Valley gets an explanation from home plate umpire James Barrington. So it's a 1-ball count now with the illegal pitch, but the runner stays at first base. Kind of like a balk in baseball, but not really. That's popped in the air foul, back of the press box. Count now 1-1. Megan Matzel occupies the on-deck circle. May grounds that back up the middle. Biles with the flip to short. Throw to first, not in time. So May reaches on the fielder's choice to the second baseman. Carrickson retired. That'll bring up Megan Matzel, sophomore second baseman, 1 for 2 with an RBI here in game number 2. 3 for 4 in the doubleheader.
Now batter number 3, Megan Matson.
So May replaces Carrickson as the runner at first. Popped in the air foul, that'll get out of play. So Matzel now down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Grounded to Sullivan at short, gets through. That'll be an infield single. Patriots will now employ pinch runner for Addie May at second base.
pitch running for the Patriots, Marion.
That'll be freshman Amaya Hush will run for May at second. Freshman out of Fort Mill, South Carolina, graduate of Nation Ford High School, a general business major. She was named to the Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll last semester. This will be Hush's second game of the season. Has a run scored, no stolen base attempts. And for Lauren Smallwood, the Patriots looks like they're going to employ a pinch hitter. And that looks like it's going to be Sarah Hilton, a junior out of Thomasville, North Carolina, Ledford High School, transfer from Lewisburg College, an elementary education major, also named to the Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll last semester. Hilton will be appearing in her 10th game. She's made one start, batting .091, no homers, no RBIs. Pinch hitting for Lauren Smallwood, who had struck out both of her first two at-bats here in game number 2. So Hush, the runner at second. Matzel, the runner at first. Good speed on the base pass with one out. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And Hilton is down on strikes for out number 2. That'll bring up Janicia Hemingway now. We'll need a 2-out hit from Hemingway.
Janicia Hemingway.
Of course, the Patriots won game number 1, 8-0 in 5 innings due to the mercy rule. Patriots need 3 runs here to finish off the Jaguars here in this inning of game number 2. Big swing and a miss. Hemingway comes up empty. And Hemingway's down on strikes for out number 3. So Patriots pick up a couple of base runners. They're both stranded. We head to the top of the 6th inning. FMU leads Augusta 5-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The Swamp Fox Club is a fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swamp Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Kayla Sullivan.
Top of the order due up for Augusta here in the top of the 6th inning. Sullivan, South, and Biles against Taylor Flory. 4 hits allowed in 5 innings. She has walked only 1, hit a batter, has 1 strikeout, only 56 pitches. Backed by some good defense behind her. 3 double plays turned by the Patriots here in game number 2. Sullivan, an infield single, her last at bat. She's 1 for 2. Sullivan out of Winder, Georgia. Kinesiology major, transferred from Savannah State after playing her freshman year there. That's grounded off her foot, foul at the plate, so the count now 2-2. They head to the 9th inning over in Augusta at the baseball game. Patriots still up 3-2, looking for the split of the doubleheader and a win of the series. Grounded back up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Sullivan, her second hit here in game number 2. And the Jaguars have a leadoff base runner.
Now batting number 3, Lindsey South.
Lindsey South will come to the plate. The left fielder 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts. She's tried both Smith in right field and Carrickson in center. Sullivan, the runner at first, does have a stolen base this season. Although with the Jaguars trailing by 5 here in the 6th, I don't know if this would be a running situation. Harkins with a good arm behind the plate. Swing and a miss. Throw behind Sullivan, but she dives back. South down on strikes for out number 1. Harkins has thrown out 6 of 19 runners attempting to steal this year. That'll bring up Olivia Biles, second baseman. 0 for 1. She was hit by a pitch in the first inning. One's in the dirt, but a nice stop by Harkins will keep Sullivan at first base. And Flory falls behind now, 3 balls and 1 strike to the Jaguar second baseman. There's a good pitch called strike 2. The count now full. Let's see if they let Sullivan run from first with 1 out and a full count. That's grounded back to Flory in the circle. Retires Biles at first while Sullivan moves down to second, but now there are 2 outs. for the catcher,
Now batting, number 32.
Amaya Wood. Wood Jr. out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee, and a transfer from Tennessee Tech University. Biology major. 1 for 2, ground out and a single here in the second contest. That's grounded to Hemingway at third. 1 pitch, she throws across, and the third out. So Augusta picks up a base runner on a base hit, but she is stranded. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Time for some insurance runs. FMU 5, Augusta nothing. This is the Patriots Sports Network. What makes a campus a home? At FMU, it's 836 acres spread across 3 campuses. Francis Marion University has the most diverse and exciting campus in South Carolina. No matter where you want to be, you're there at Francis Marion University. And the Patriots will not be in action until next Saturday. They'll travel to Milledgeville, Georgia for a doubleheader with Georgia College. That's a 3:30 start. Next home game for FMU, Friday, April 2nd, 4 o'clock doubleheader with Limestone University. Augusta University will be in action tomorrow at Emmanuel College in Franklin Springs, Georgia. Doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. Nine, 1, and 2. Carlson, Patterson, and Smith due up for your Patriots here in the bottom of the 6th. Time for some insurance runs. 3 runs would end the game via the mercy rule if the Patriots can get to that point. Carlson bunts it up the first base line, fielded by the first baseman, throws it wildly, but Carlson has reached. So official scorer Jake Globe has ruled that a base hit, as she would have beat the throw, even with a good throw. So Carlson with the infield single, the bunt single, up the first base line, made Fernandez field it. And a good start to the Patriots' 6th inning. That one's hit foul. That's hit a ton down the left field line, but foul. Out, nearly out of the park. Ashton Patterson, 0 for 2, hit by a pitch, scored a run in the first, grounded to the pitcher in the second, and flew out to left in the fourth. She hit that last offering a ton, but just a noisy strike. Carlson running on the pitch is into second with the stolen base. Despite the throw getting into center field, she will hold there. So stolen base number 1 of the season for Jordan Carlson. She's in scoring position now for Patterson, who has a 1-1 count. Hit in the air to left center field. Pretty well hit. That ball is gone. 2-run home run, Ashton Patterson. Patriots lead 7-0. So the wind blowing in has not affected the Patriots at all today.
Now batting number 14, Katie Smith.
4 doubles, 2 triples, pair of home runs in the doubleheader. So as hard as she hit the foul ball, that one is just as well struck. And the Patriots will now bring to the plate Katie Smith as they lead 7-0 here, no outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Katie Smith, 1 for 2. Sacrifice bunt, ground out, and a 2-run triple in the 4th inning. Home run number 2 of the season for Patterson. RBIs 2 and 3. And the Patriots to the point where they need 1 run to invoke the mercy rule for the 2nd time today. Swing and a miss by Smith. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. So Patterson with the 2-run homer. She's had an outstanding day in the field, with some great diving stops and some double plays turn that she's been a part of. Patriots now up with 10 hits here in game number 2. They had 11 in the opener. Count to Smith is now full. Sarah Harkins on deck. She'll be followed by Danielle Carrickson. Grounded to Luke at third. She throws across to first, and Smith is retired. Patriots with 3 in the bottom of the 1st, 2 in the 4th, and 2 in the 6th. Brings us to the point where it's 7-0 and 1 down here in the 6th. Sarah Harkins will now bat. Harkins 2 for 3. RBI triple and a run scored in the 1st. Single in the 3rd. Fouled out to the catcher in the 4th inning. Her season average now up to 293. High chopper fielded by Luke, but in foul territory at third. Harkins will return to the plate. Harkins has been on base 5 times today in the doubleheader. Base hit and pair of hit by pitches in game number 1, triple and a single here in the second game. Foul as she's hit by the ball in the batter's box. Again, thanks to Caleb Reeves, Daryl Bell, and Deasia Griffin for running the cameras today, bringing you the webcast. Harkins hangs tough with the foul ball at the plate. Counts remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Called strike 3. Harkins retired for the second out. That'll bring up Carrickson, Danielle Carrickson with 2 outs. Carrickson 2 for 2. RBI double and a run scored in the first, single in the third, walked in the fifth. Carrickson was 1 for 3 in the opener today. First pitch swinging, fouls that one back over the press box. Augusta looking to extend the game to the 7th inning for them to get one more at bat. Patriots looking to pick up a run and end this by the mercy rule here in the bottom of the 6th. Grounded to Sullivan, hard or bad hop, but she is up to the task. Strong throw across, and Carrickson's retired for out number 3. Patriots pick up a couple of runs on Patterson's 2-run homer. We head to the top of the 7th. Last ups for the Jaguars. Patriots lead 7-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The world is changing, and Francis Marion University is leading the way as it prepares the young men and women for the future. We've added 5 new classroom buildings and 13 new academic programs in the past 6 years, and more are on the way. We're preparing to build a new environmental research center. We're expanding programs in engineering, business, education, healthcare, and the arts and sciences, and we're adding new fields when they're needed. When tomorrow comes, we'll be ready. Best of all, our students will too.
Top of the 7th, Patriots looking for the doubleheader sweep here to open Peach Belt Conference play. FMU was victorious 8-0 in the opener. Patriots lead 7-0 here in game number 2. Due up for the Jaguars, spots 5, 6, and 7. Fry, Libby, and Fernandez.
Up to the plate, number 12, Summer Fry.
Fry 0 for 1, walked, and was erased on a double play in the second, and then lined into a double play in the 4th inning. Taylor Flory looking to finish out the complete game win. Flory now up to 73 pitches. She's been economical with her offerings today. Count now 2-2 to the Jaguar right fielder. Foul ball at home plate, despite Harkins going through with the play just in case. And that one's lined right back to where it came from, but into the glove of Taylor Flory. Well hit ball by Fry. Nothing but an out.
Now batting.
Flory didn't even have to move her glove. Megan Libby, center fielder, will stand in, 1 for 2. Grounded into a double play and singled. Grounder to Patterson at short. Throw in time. And there are 2 outs. And Bella Fernandez, the first baseman, will be the last hope for the Jaguars.
Now hitting, number 23, Bella Fernandez.
Fernandez 0 for 2. And she is 0 for 4 in the doubleheader today. Rachel Davis with the 2-hit shutout in game number 1. Flory trying to finish off the 5-hit shutout here in game number 2. And Augusta's down to its last strike now as it counts 1 ball, 2 strikes on Fernandez. One, two, lifted down the right field line. Smith over, along the line, makes the catch for out number 3. Nice running catch by the freshman. So the Patriots sweep the doubleheader. Game number 2, they take 7-0. We'll take a couple minutes break. Be back to give you all the particulars on this Game 2 victory. Back here at the FMU softball stadium, final score in game number 2. Patriots 7, Augusta 0. Taylor Flory improves to 3-3 with the 5-hit shutout. Flory 7 innings, 82 pitches, 5 hits allowed, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Losing pitcher Chloe Wilson, she drops to 5-4. 6 innings thrown, 110 pitches, 10 hits allowed, 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. Patriots with 3 in the first, thanks to an RBI triple from Harkins, an RBI double from Carrickson, and 2-out RBI single from Megan Matzel. 2 runs in the fourth. They both came in on a 2-out RBI triple by freshman Katie Smith, and then 2 more runs in the sixth, that on a 2-run homer by senior shortstop Ashton Patterson. Patriots finished with 10 hits, do not commit an error in game number 2. Francis Marion improves to 6-8 overall, 2-0 in the conference. Augusta drops to 8-12, 2-2 in the conference. Francis Marion will next be back in action next Saturday at Georgia College in Milledgeville, Georgia for a doubleheader, 3:30 start. Augusta is back in action tomorrow at Emmanuel College for a doubleheader at 1 o'clock in Franklin Springs, Georgia. Patriots also took game number 1 today, 8-0 for the doubleheader sweep. Defense, extra base hits, and good pitching were the name of the game and the recipe for the doubleheader sweep for your Patriots today. Action coming up on the Patriots Sports Network. Tomorrow, women's soccer as the Patriots host 7th-ranked Columbus State at 1 o'clock. Men's soccer on Monday at 6 o'clock as the Patriots host Clayton State. And then volleyball on Thursday, 6 o'clock start with the Patriots hosting Young Harris College over in the Smith University Center. We thank you for joining us today. For all those involved with the webcast, I'm Michael Hawkins. Again, the final scores, Francis Marion 8-0 in game 1 and 7-0 in game 2 with the doubleheader sweep over Augusta University. Thank you for listening and watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
The desire and the love to take care of people is something that you kind of have innate. You kind of just have that thing. But Francis Marion gave me the principles, and they taught me the core values. They taught me leadership qualities, and they've just been foundational and offered a family that I can keep going back to. So even though my personal biological family didn't go to a university, and I didn't really get any experience, wisdom from them for that, I gained a family that could tell me all about college and even the afterlife of college by coming to Francis Marion. And I'm not sure you would have that with, other universities. Throughout the nurse practitioner program, you're already a nurse, and you're a devoted nurse and you don't want to just quit. And that was another thing I specifically picked this program, was because I was able to look at the curriculum and know that I could work. I even asked a couple of the professors, one being Dr. Hopla, before I started the program, and even she told me, yes, you can still work while you do this. And I did. I worked 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. Sometimes it had to be six days a week to get my 40 hours in, and I still did the nurse practitioner program. It wasn't easy, but nothing worth having is easy. Which the benefit of having classmates and professors that were both working and studying is, we would get worked up and worried about how would we ever do this. And then they would say, well, I can work these 2 12-hour shifts on the weekends and then have the week to study. Or a professor may say, well, you can get creative with your hours here. So you can tell that they've done this, that you can tell that they've gotten creative with their time as well. And then all of a sudden it doesn't feel like such a daunting task, because again, you gain wisdom from their experience.
Let me paint you a picture. All of the graduates, all of the faculty, all of the administration, all of the Board of Trustees is decked out in their regalia. Their black robes, their hats, their gold tassels. It's just a most beautiful picture of a very formal kind of occasion. And here we march into the gymnasium, and the music is playing, and the gym is packed. And as we come in, and as you look up at all those people, you see families, huge families. You see not just mama and daddy and 2 brothers and a sister, but there's grandmama and granddaddy, there's the aunt and the uncle, they're the cousins, they're the next door neighbors. And you know why all those people are there? Because this is the very first one, the very first graduate. And I can guarantee you that when you go to that graduation, you leave with a tear in your eye, because it's so, so special.
Choosing a college isn't easy. There are lots of choices to make and so many variables to consider. How do you know when you've found just the right place? The right college will make you feel at home, and that begins with a sense of place. At Francis Marion University, we have a beautiful campus that's safe, well-maintained, and filled with smiling faces. It's the kind of place where you feel you belong, where you wake up in the morning and know that the day ahead will be one you'll savor and enjoy. Now, that doesn't mean life at FMU is easy. There will be challenges. Hard work is expected. We take our academics seriously. You should too. Earning one of our degrees is a real achievement. But some toil, some time invested in a difficult task, that's okay. That's how you grow, how you become someone. FMU is a comprehensive public university, and when it comes to academics, our students have a wide range of choices. We offer more than 75 majors and courses of study. Our professional schools in healthcare, engineering, business, and education are all well known and respected across the state. At the same time, the arts and the sciences remain the core of what we do. They are the perfect foundation for a successful career and a meaningful life. Programs are important, and we'll continue to work to produce new curriculum that meets the needs of our changing world. But we also know that a great education is less about what is taught and more about who is doing the teaching. FMU's faculty is made up of distinguished scholars and renowned researchers. They're experts in their field and expert teachers too. They love the give and take of the classroom and revel in the progress their students make. In FMU's intimate academic environment, where small classes are the norm, you'll get to know a lot of these dedicated men and women. Some you will remember forever. The academic work and its rewards are why you are here. But there will be a time and place for play, too. We have more than 60 different student organizations and field teams in 14 NCAA sports. A robust schedule of extracurriculars is a big part of each semester. You'll find space here for rest and relaxation. You'll make new friends and build relationships that last a lifetime. And then, almost as quickly as it all began, it will be over. You will graduate and move on to a life and career full of promise. You'll leave memories behind. You'll leave FMU, but you'll be welcome back anytime. Home is like that, you know.